Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. My name is Samaya, and if you clicked on this video, you're probably in a similar situation as me where you're just ready to jumpstart your life and jumpstart your dreams and your passions. And I'm here to tell you to just do it. And here's why. So, one, if it's in your heart, it's there for a reason. We were all created beautifully and purposefully, and every step of our life is planned out, basically. So if you have an idea, if you have a goal, if you have a vision, it's there for a reason, and it's there for you to manifest it by working towards your goal. And guess what, babes? If you don't do it, somebody else will. I've been seeing recently and hearing about recently this whole ideal that dreams and visions come to us, but if we don't start it, somebody else will do it. Therefore, it's not that whatever you're thinking of can't happen. It's just that you may not be the one to make it happen because you're allowing your fear to hold you back. So as the new year approaches, we're not doing that anymore. We're not letting our fear hold us back. We're not letting our imposter syndrome hold us back. We're not letting the woulda, coulda, shouldas hold us back. We're just going to do it this year. So I'm really excited, and that goes into even making this video right now. YouTube has been something I've been wanting to do. YouTube, a podcast, something like that. I've been wanting to do it, and I just been like too nervous or always making some excuse. I am a college student. Maybe I should have started with that. I am a college student, so I do juggle a lot. I also work, so it is kind of a lot to fit content creation into that. However, I'm telling myself to just do it, because if I don't do it, somebody else is going to do it, and it's going to be beautiful, right? And I'm going to be happy that they're shining, but I'm going to be disappointed in myself because I'm like, why didn't I just do it? I had it in my mind to do it. They just stole my idea, but they didn't steal my idea. My idea had to leave me in order to be manifested by somebody that was actually going to allow it to become a reality. So don't stop. If it's in your heart, if it's in your mind, do it, because it's there for a reason, Everything is purposeful. Also, that brings me to what may hold us back from that is imposter syndrome, which is basically constantly doubting our ability to do something, which is completely normal. Everybody suffers from some sort of imposter syndrome. For whatever reason, we just feel like, oh, like I'm not capable of doing this, or maybe I shouldn't be doing this, or I don't know how, or all these excuses that we make, right? And all of these excuses have an answer. Do it. Do it, sweetie. I was listening to this podcast yesterday by Mel Robbins, and she was basically saying that a way, like an ideology that helps defeat imposter syndrome so good, is that you are not meant to be at the top, highest level of whatever you're going to do. The quickest way the quickest way to beat imposter syndrome is by beating that negative thought that's telling you you're not good enough or that you don't know what you're doing, is to balance it out with a positive yet true thought, which is, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, I am a beginner. Yeah, I did just start this today. Yeah, I don't know really where to apply. Those things are true. However, once I do it, I will learn and I will get better. So don't stop at that first thought of, oh, you don't know what you're doing, and just stop there. No, say, yeah, you're right. I don't know what I'm doing. You're right. I'm a beginner. And you know what's so great about being a beginner? I can learn, and I can grow, and I can be taught, and I can be mentored, and I can just become as big as I want to be. I'm a little seed right now. I might be a little seedling, but guess what? I have the chance, I have the opportunity to grow. And you know what's better than acknowledging the fact that you're a beginner? Or you know what's worse than acknowledging the fact that you're a beginner? Being afraid of being a beginner, being afraid of not knowing what you're doing, and looking down the line years later and saying, why didn't I just take on that opportunity? Why didn't I just go for it? Why didn't I just think that I was good enough and do it? And I've had that experience. Now I'm in college, and I'm glad I went through like my imposter syndrome phase, like serious phase in high school, which I still go through it still to this day. But in high school, my freshman and sophomore year, I was not a part of any extracurricular activities. I was not in any clubs. I had mediocre relationships with my teachers and the adults on campus. I was just like one of those students that just was like, I'm just going to do enough to get by. I'm going to get the good grades. Don't really want to interact with anybody. I'm just going to stay in my bubble. But then COVID happened, right? So everybody has started having epiphanies. And my epiphany was, you know what? I want to make a difference on campus, and I just want to go for it. So that's what I did. I joined Associated Student Body, and then that helped me join different clubs and really find my passion and really build relationships with people that were like in careers that I wanted to be with, or just teachers that were going to help me develop. And that's how, when I got to college, I was able to get recommendation letters, etc., etc., because I stepped out my bubble and I stopped saying, well, I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm going to stay in my lane. And I just allowed myself to not know, and I allowed myself to learn new things, you know? Even with college, I go to a Cal State University, but initially I was just aiming for community college. That's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to get my degree and go to community. That's it. The bar was, you know, at the bottom. Not saying community college is bad, but if you're settling for community, or just, you know, don't settle, babes. Let's get settled out of our vocabulary. 2024, we are not settling anymore, because where has it gotten us? Okay. But yeah, so that's what I was doing. I was just going to settle for community college. But then once I joined Associated Student Body, I started being around people who were like, oh, like, I want to go to UCLA, I want to go to Howard, I want to go to Harvard, I want to go to Yale, I want to go here, I want to go there. And I was like, oh, so these things are possible. Like, this is possible. Oh, okay. So I was like, okay, let me raise the bar for myself, because that's really what it is. I was keeping myself in this bubble, this self-made bubble, and most likely not self-made, probably from outside sources, things that were said to me, things that society has put on to me that are subconscious. But I was in this bubble, basically. And I said pop, and I popped the bubble, and now I'm doing great. And I just thank God that I did not settle for what I was settling for, and I did not allow myself to just be stuck in that bubble. So you're gonna have to let go of that imposter syndrome, and you're gonna have to let go of that fake bubble that you're creating for yourself. And lastly, it's about who you're surrounding yourself with. It's not necessarily about you, because you can want to do great things, but if the people you're around are only worried about gossiping, and they don't want to wake up early, and they don't go to the gym, and they don't think that investing in their future is good, and they spend all their money in the club every single weekend. No shade whatsoever. But if those sound like the people you're hanging around, you might want to reevaluate your friendships and your circles. And maybe you don't want to completely drop those people. That's understandable. Maybe you knew them in high school. Maybe they're your childhood friend. But you're going to have to reduce your time. You know how you reduce your screen time? You're going to have to reduce that person time. You're going to have to set their weekly limit to about an hour, because you have to achieve greater things. And if they're not worried about achieving greater things for themselves, or at least pouring into you so you can, no, scratch that. They need to be worried about themselves. So if they're not trying to achieve greater things within themselves, they're not worried about you, boo-boo. I don't care how much they root you on. If they're not grinding themselves, if they're not hustling themselves, if they're not trying to uplift themselves, they're not going to be able to help you. So you're going to have to reduce that interaction so that you can move forward freely, confidently, and guilt-free. Because let's be real, when you're surrounded by people that are lazy bums, you can feel guilty for wanting to do better, because it's like, oh, well, I don't want them to think that I'm better than them. But you are better. Sorry. Okay. maybe that's not nice, but you're doing better. You're doing better. So it's true. So don't be mad at yourself for wanting to do better, period. So yeah, that's all I have to say. That's my advice. And I'm telling this to you, but I'm also telling this to myself. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video, because there will be another video, because I'm done not posting. I'm done holding myself back. This is my time. Also, although I know it's the new year, new me, start today, boo. Well, I don't know when I'm gonna post this. I might not post this soon. No, I'm gonna try to post this soon. But start today. Don't wait till the new year to start your goals. By the time the new year's come, you want your goals, you want the habits that you have to create in order to reach your goals to already be habits. You feel me? You don't want to be saying, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, but you're trying to start it January. You're not going to start it January 1st. You're probably going to start it like January 3rd. But by the time January 3rd comes, you want that to already be a habit. So start now. Start today. Do it scared. Do it unsure. Do it not fully knowing what you're getting yourself into. But do it. Because guess what? If it's in your heart, it's there for a reason. Okay? So I wish you the best. Have a great, great, great day. Mwah.